Alright, this is Vegeta8259 again, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Resin Gundam Girl. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what scale she is. She's about 8 or 9 inches tall. Probably closer to 7 or 8 actually. She's slightly taller than your average master grade Gundam model kit, so I don't know what proportion that is in human scale. Somebody that does human figures would know a lot better than me. So anyway, you saw the work in progress video, I guess, maybe, if you did. If you didn't, this is my latest project. Just finished it a couple of days ago, and I think it turned out a lot better than the first time I painted it. This is my second attempt at a paint job on this kit. The first time I got this kit back in 2003 and hand painted it with El Cheapo acrylic paints from Walmart, and it had been sitting in my drawer for quite a while now, and I wanted to give her a nice clean paint job, so I removed all of the paint and repainted her with airbrush. A lot of people were actually asking me about the details of removing the paint, because they'd wanted to do it on their other kits. Basically what I did was just fill up a little container with rubbing alcohol, let the parts soak in there for about an hour, and then scrubbed away at them with a toothbrush, and that's pretty much all there was to it. That didn't get off 100% of the paint, so I had to go back and with sandpaper and sand most of the rest off, but I think it worked pretty well. The thing to note about that, though, is that probably the only reason that worked is because I was using acrylic paint, cheap acrylic paint at that. So I'm pretty sure Tamiya paints will come off with acrylic as well. Tamiya acrylic paints come off with alcohol. But if you're using enamel or lacquer paints, alcohol is not going to work, because those paints don't dilute with alcohol. So there's other methods for removing paint, and I don't have enough time to explain those here, so you can look those up on your own on the internet. So anyway, back to Gundam Girl herself. The original illustration, here it is, showed Gundam Girl with purple hair, and I just wasn't crazy about purple, so as you can see I went with brown. Did a little bit of highlighting. It doesn't show up quite as much as I thought it was going to. I probably should have used a lighter color, but I mean, you can see the highlighting a little bit. And other than that, I pretty much stuck to the original colors in the illustration. Gundam Girl here is based on the Gundam Verka rather than the traditional RX-78. You can tell by the shoulders and the fact that the shield has no star on it, and a few other details along around the legs and things like that. So that's pretty much where I got her color scheme from. The forehead camera is green because Gundam Verka has a green forehead camera, which is kind of odd seeing how she has a red forehead camera, so I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, this figure has no articulation. This is a fixed pose resin kit. It was never meant to move or be posable at all. So I've used little metal pins in all the joints and then glued those together, so she is fixed pose. And she's actually pretty sturdy. Do the shake test. She holds up fine. Even holding this big shield that's almost as big as she is, it holds up fine as well. So, yeah. Also, I used the decals from Master Grade Gundam Verka. Bought a set of water slides, and I think those turned out pretty well. The decals for the shoulders were a little bit too big. These shoulders are more like 1:144 scale shoulders on a regular Gundam, so the 1:100 scale decals just barely fit on there. The ones on the legs turned out fine, though, because the legs are actually bigger than 1:144 scale. Bigger than 1:100 scale, I mean, so decals on the knees turned out fine. Likewise, the shield is bigger than a 1:100 scale shield, so the decals look a little bit small on here. But overall, I think I am happy with the way this project turned out. Like I said, my only goal was really to just make it look better than my first paint job, and I think I was able to pull that off. Really quick, here is her backpack. I just pulled off her head really quick so you could get a look at the backpack back here. So I guess that's about everything that I needed to go over. Once again, this was my build-off project with Jabman025. He found the exact same kit and built and painted his, and I think he'll be uploading his video today as well. So, I actually really like this. Like I said in my work in progress, this was my very first resin kit, and I think that this would be a good resin kit for people wanting to get into resin, because it's really simple. I think it's only like 25, 26 parts, something like that, and it's not too big, not complex at all, and honestly, you probably don't even have to use the metal pins. You could probably just glue it together. And I just think this is a really good starter kit for people wanting to get into resin. Give them a little bit of experience without jumping into the deep end of the pool feet first. So, I guess that about does it for this review, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing. Now, originally, Jabman and I were going to dress up as Gundam Meisters and do the caramel dance and dance on camera as kind of a grand finale to our build-off. But we figured that we would do something a little bit more productive. So, unless you've been living under a rock or in some sort of underground bunker for the past week or so, you probably know about the earthquake that hit Japan recently. And things are pretty harsh over there right now, and they could really use your help a lot. So what I'm asking you to do is to just help them out a little bit. I'm going to post some links down below to Amazon.com. The Red Cross is accepting donations there. Also, a fun little incentive, TatsuHobby is committed to donating 10% of their profits for the entire month of March to help the earthquake and tsunami victims in Japan. So go over there, buy some Gunpla, and help the relief effort. So I would really appreciate it if you do, and you know, they could really use your help. So do me a favor, spend a little time, spend a little money, help them out, alright? Because if you don't, I may be forced to dress up as a Gunpla Meister and dance on camera. And trust me, nobody wants to see that.